Okay, Violin 3s, welcome to lesson 4. And I have a couple of, I guess, pretty good pieces of news for you. The first of these is that once we've done lesson 4, you're going to know the whole song, all of my favourite things. And that's, as long as you remember what we did when we were still at school, we can always go back over that anyway. But at least we know we can play it, we've learnt it. And the other thing is, I guess, that compared to the last lesson, lesson 3, part 3, this one's a little bit easier, and certainly it's shorter. So you shouldn't, if you went okay with that last one, you certainly shouldn't have any trouble with this. Nothing too tricky. This is the section that we call the bridge. It happens between the first chorus, when the dog bites, etc., and when we go back into the verse. So that's important to bear in mind because it affects what we call the dynamics, how loud or soft that we play. Okay, so what we're dealing with is this rhythm that we've played before. We're just going to revise that for a second. It's called, I guess, the waltz rhythm, the waltz feel. It's where we're playing in the time signature of 6/8, so there's 6 beats to the bar. That's one way of looking at it, at least, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're playing on 2 and 3 and 5 and 6. So we're not playing on 1 and 4. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just want to mention that there's another way of looking at that. So you can look at it 6 beats to the bar, or you can look at it in terms of being 2 groups of 3. In which case you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just divide that in half, 2 groups of 3, that adds up to 6, of course, and we can count that as 1, 2, 1, 2. And so what you're really doing, this is what makes up the waltz rhythm, is that other instruments, the bass instruments, in our case certainly the viola is playing, they're playing on the 1 and the 2, you're playing on everything else. So they're going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so it's even easier just to play it, of course, but it's kind of good to know what's going on. All right, so we are starting off on your G string with your 3rd finger. We're going to play 2 bars of that. I think I'm going to need this thing. Okay, so 3rd finger on the G string, 2 bars. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Okay, that's all there is to that bit. You're halfway through already. Just your 3rd finger playing it with that rhythm. I'll just do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Okay, next bit, I guess if there's anything tricky about this, I mean, you guys are so good at this anyway. We've played it before. We could do what we call a high 3rd finger, where you move your 3rd finger up. Much easier in this case is to just get your 4th finger, put it right next to the 3rd finger. Your 3rd finger's in its usual position. We just put the 4th finger exactly right close to it. No space at all. So here's the 3rd finger, and we're going to put my 4th finger, as you can see, right next to it, and we get this note. Okay, and that's the part that we're going to get a little bit softer through, because we're going back into that transition from the chorus. We start off loud and we get a bit softer. Okay, so I'm going to play everything that I've just shown you so far, starting off on the 3rd finger on the G string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And 4th. And then just the 1st finger on the D string, and then a pizzicato 2nd finger, low 2nd finger, right next to the 1st finger, as you can see. Okay, so that's really not that hard. What did I want to say about that? I can't actually remember. Yes, just make sure that when you change from arco, when we're playing with the bow, and pizzicato, that you don't change the way you're holding the bow. Really, the easiest way to do it is just to extend your first finger, your front finger, your pointer finger, extend that out. So I will now play the whole thing, and I just want you to watch what I do with my pointer finger on my bowing hand. Okay, so from the start, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Low fourth. Okay, so that way I have plenty of time. I don't have to adjust the way I'm holding my bow. I have plenty of time to change from arco, playing with the bow, to pizzicato, where we pluck the string. I'm going to play for you now a version of this which is a bit slower than we're going to be performing it, just for you to practice with. Okay, and I have highlighted your part, so play it a few times, play along with it until you're absolutely certain. And if you have any questions, you can let me know in the comments. Now, hang around after we finish this, because I've got just one last bit, the end of the whole song, the last bit we need to learn, but that, believe me, is really easy. Okay, so have a bit of a practice of what we've just learned. Okay, and I'll see you afterwards. Well, I'm sure that went really well, and if you found that okay, easy perhaps even, you're going to find this so simple. Just to learn the end, we start off with that waltz rhythm on the third finger on the G string. Okay, so just one bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And then just finish off with a pizzicato. Okay, I'll do that again, the whole thing for you. We're going to try and get a little bit louder this time. We're not getting softer like the beginning, because not the beginning, the bridge section that we were doing, because we want to give them a big ending. We want to please our audience. It's always a good idea. So a nice loud pizzicato at the end, and then you'll get some applause, I'm sure. Okay, so this is how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Just the third finger, nothing to it really. I'll see you guys really soon back at school, hopefully, and we'll put this all together. And when we bring all the violinists in from all the different grades and perform this song, I'm sure it's going to sound amazing. All right? See you guys really soon.